Hey guys, this is Matt Houlihan from Volley HQ. Got a quick little tutorial for you today. We're going to be just overviewing a program called PicMonkey, which is basically the really light version of a graphic design type of program that's all done on your web browser. It's all stored in the cloud. Makes it super simple to create, thumbnails for YouTube, any sort of promotional PDFs, whether it be a flyer or a handout, and do some of the cool things that you want from a Photoshop type of program, but for much less money, and all accessible from wherever you may be. And so I'll just show you a little bit of the inside of PicMonkey and how we've created some of the thumbnails for our online courses. So as you log into our account, this is called the hub. It just saves all of the assets that you have. It saves into one central place. You can organize it. I have not done a good job of keeping everything organized right now, but that's okay. I will get around to it. So we'll just jump into the setters mini course as an example of what one of our templates look like. You can edit the original or automatically just create a copy. So if you have a series on YouTube that you're using the same kind of theme for, this is a really easy way to have one main source image that you're using or source template, and then customizing within that, and then just saving it as a different name. So we'll edit a copy of this. All right. So basically what it allows you to do is you're going to see different layers. So if you're familiar with Photoshop, this will be very natural for you. If you're not familiar with Photoshop, which is, sometimes can be a complicated system to use, it's very easy to kind of get your grasp of. So, just different layers. So the first layer is our background, which we have set to black for this theme, but you can replace it with any color you want, right? You can type in your hex codes. You have your templates that you can naturally set up, all that good stuff. You can also change it to a picture as well. So if I wanted to change it from a picture, I could upload from my computer. I could go to the hub. So if I have an image that I like to use over and over again, you also have your brand kit, which when you set up your account, you're able to, create a brand kit that has all of your logos, different images that you use over and over again, all kinds of good stuff like that. So for right now, we'll keep it as black just to edit. From here, what we like to play around with is just the general idea of getting some key points across. So if I'm inside of our setters mini course, which is kind of a free lead magnet that we use for our online training, just to get kids in and check out and see if they really like our training or want to do more with it, that's where they'll start off. But within that course, we can kind of create images that go along with each little module as well. And so we can highlight different things like our hand placement, and you can just change your text around, adjust the size, all that good stuff. Anything that would normally be used to, you can do from within this program, which is great. The thing that I like about it a lot is, of course, that it's free, right? So it's a free program for the majority of the tools that you're going to get on here. It's completely free. The things that will charge you for is actually to download the image into like a PNG format. But what is the workaround, of course, is you can just take a screenshot. So sorry, PicMonkey, if you're watching this, but you can just take a screenshot of that image, and it comes out just as good. There are a lot of really good things that it does do, and that's how I started using PicMonkey. Is I was just creating these thumbnails and then taking a screenshot and uploading. But they've got some cool things like removing the background. So if you have an image that, like this one right here of one of our setters, to remove its background, I had to go through and erase manually. And so I'll show you just what that looks like in general also. But you kind of have to zoom in really far, and then you get your brush on there, and you're able to actually go through and delete the background manually if you want to. For this, I don't need to, because I've already done it, because I actually really found some value in the service and have subscribed, which is about $100 for the year. I think you can do it as like a $12 a month subscription as well if you want to go month to month and play around with it. But we found some good value in it, so we actually are paying for it. So if I want to just make a little info image to put into our course and kind of overview what we're going to cover, the key bullet points. It might be hand placement, footwork, um, setter's IQ. Those are the three things we're going to cover in the first portion of the course. And I'll go ahead and line it up. Maybe change the middle color over to white to give it a little bit of a pop. And then I might change the script version right down here to module 1. All right, just add that in over here. And so you can just create some cool little images that you wouldn't normally get with just your basic editor, stuff along those lines. And you can play around with a lot. They also do, smart resizes. So if I'm posting an image to Facebook on an ad, if I'm posting a post, I can just click that and it'll automatically resize it for me. So I'll just go ahead and say resize, and this is going to come out as like the perfect size for posting something to Facebook. And so you can see here, there's a little bit of a leftover of what the image used to look like that I didn't delete because the former size, it was already removed on its own. So if I just go in, click delete, I just go in right here, and it just erases that background image that used to be there, that hardwood court, and now it's just an all black image. I can resize this image, make it a little bigger if I'd like. So you kind of see the things that you get to play around with here. The other thing as well is it's got some good templates. So this one I'm working on, actually, I started with a template on and kind of worked from there. And you can just type in, if I'm looking for a happy birthday image or birthday invitation, sure, let's go with that. That I want to attach to a happy birthday email on my autoresponder list that I'm sending out to people in my club. I can just use this invitation, or maybe I'm giving them a discount to our Shopify store. I can just go ahead and create a nice PDF in here that I'll be able to attach. That adds a little bit of a special touch to it, and create some cool content that's specific to your club, your organization, that you can blast out to your fans or to your participants. So there's lots of different ways to play around with it. Just a quick overview of the pros of this program. Obviously the cost, so you can do this free, no problem, and just use the screenshot trick, which if you're on a Mac is just Command-Shift-4, like you're seeing right here. So if I Command-Shift-4 and just create that outline, take a screenshot, I'm going to have a nice PNG that will be attached right to my desktop. So I can just head in there, and there's my PNG, right? So that's now on my computer. So whatever you create, you can screenshot, do it that way, save it as a PDF, upload it to an email, put it on your website, everything that you would basically get with this download button up here. If you have the Pro version, you can convert it to whatever you want, PDF, PNG, JPEG, all that good stuff. Other pros with it, besides it being free, it's very flexible. You can upload scripts into it if you've got your brand themes that you want to play around with and use. It's a really good way to just create some good content, some good informational graphics, and obviously using the templates that they already have pre-built for a lot of the things that we use as an organization. So flyers for camps, things to hand out at schools, informational kind of pamphlets that we use for tryouts to give to parents as they walk in the door. A lot of our graphic design work for our website. We'll go into this. We create a lot of images for our emails to make our emails even more professional. We will use this. You can create GIFs as well. You can do video edits also on this as you get more and more complex with it. So we use it on YouTube as well. Some of the things you can do is just add some of those animated subscribe buttons, which is a cool one. So yeah, there's lots of good things about it. Some of the cons would be, obviously, if you want to get some of the more complex features, you're going to need to pay for it. So that's the removing the background automatically on your own and not having to manually go in and kind of do the nitty-gritty details. The download, if you want to be able to download without the screenshot, you got to pay for that. If you just some of the things that they just kind of upsell you on, which not all of them are needed at all. I think most people, if you're bootstrapping and just trying to create some quality images and not have to put down the price tag, that's totally doable within this program. Um, but yeah, I think the last pro would be just the ability to store everything on their cloud, and keep it really organized and neat and tidy. So you can access it from multiple computers and on the go. It doesn't take up a huge amount of memory like those big Photoshop programs do. So it's a pretty powerful little program, and something that you can put into use right away and play around with. So hope you find that helpful. If you've got any questions, feel free to post a comment for us below. You can also check out the PicMonkey program. We'll link to it down in our bio right here, or down in the comment section of this video. But thanks for spending a little bit of time with us, and we'll see you soon.